there, I'm the Pink Guardian, and it is my mission to watch every single Doctor Who episode and give a review on it. And today, I watched William Hartnell's 7th episode of his second series, which was called The Space Museum. And in this episode, we get to see some timey-wimey things happening about the 4th dimension, being in 2 dimensions at the same time, because the Doctor and his companions get land on a planet which is just a giant space museum, and it's interesting to see all the different things there and how the different dimensions affect them. What I like about this episode is that at the beginning we saw the Doctor and his companions, their clothes changed. They were, 1 minute they were in the clothes from the previous episode, the next they were in the casual clothes. I thought, wow, what happened there? And I liked Vicky's dress. She looked ever so sweet in that dress. It really suited her. And then we found that the clothes were actually hanging up in the TARDIS wardrobe. It was a bit strange. How did they get there? Which I thought was weird. And then we got to see a glass. Vicky dropped the glass, and then it broke, and then it went back into her hand and was fixed. I thought it was very funny. The set I like. We got to see through the visualizer. We got to see a set of all different sized spaceships and different types. I thought was cool, and they mentioned that it was quiet, like a graveyard. It was silent, and I thought it was nice. We got to see a Dalek in a space museum, which I thought was funny. They finally got them on display, which I thought was fun. And we also get a reference to the episode where Susan left, the Dalek invasion of Earth, because Vicky actually mentions that she read it in her history books, and they were like, "We were there, Vicky," and she was like, "Really? You couldn't have been there," which was funny. I like the fact that when they put their hands to the objects, it didn't. They just went straight through, and I was thinking, "What the hell? Why is this happening?" And then we see the TARDIS. I was thinking, "What's the TARDIS doing in the museum?" And then when they looked, there they were in the glass cabinets. I thought, "Oh my god, they're in glass cabinets. Why are they on display? They're right there, but they're there. I don't understand." And we get to see a bit of Vicky's intelligence, because she starts talking about the different dimensions, and at this time they're in 2 different dimensions at the same time. And we get to learn about the 4th dimension, which is very, very interesting. And it's sort of, they're looking into the future to see what will happen. So in the future they're going to end up in glass cases, which scared the life out of them. I like the people on the planet. Their hair. The people who are in charge of the Space Museum, all their hair is the same style. I was thinking, is this a new trend? They've all got the same hairstyle, which is cool. And we get to see that the Doctor, he shows interesting things that aren't so important, which is a good fact, because I seem to be the kind of person that is more interested on the little things than the big things, which I felt, sort of connection with it. And we get to see the Doctor being kidnapped. I was like, yay, finally, he's being kidnapped. Not one of these stupid little girls being kidnapped, which I thought was funny. And the fact that the Doctor hid in a Dalek after he scared his kidnappers away, and he was like, "I have scared them, ha. And he's pretending to be a Dalek. I thought it was hilarious. But when he gets captured by the people in charge, he starts screwing with the interrogator's mind via... He sort of has this thing that he can read. He can see visual pictures of what he's thinking. And when he says, "How did you get here?" and in the picture it's just a little penny farthing. It was quite funny. It was just screwing him with him, which was cool. The fact that the lock on the vault for the armoury was a lie detector, which I thought was hilarious. And Vicky managed to rewire it so that she told the truth, but it didn't have to be the correct truth, which was funny. And the boy, the children on the planet, the boys, they're just so cute. And the Doctor seems to be happy explaining stuff to people. He usually gets a bit angry, when he has to explain things, but he's quite happy to do it. And I liked how we ended with Daleks for the next episode. I thought it was really good as well. In all, there's not that many things I don't like about this episode. Like, for example, the first thing I didn't like was that the Doctor was telling Vicky off as if she was Susan, as if Vicky was his granddaughter, and I didn't think that was right. And the last thing was, there was not terrible amount of action. It was sort of them running around, but we didn't have like too much fighting and stuff, and I was disappointed with that. So overall, this episode was interesting to see, talking about the fourth dimension. I thought it was very interesting, but the fact that it just felt as if nothing was really happening just let it down a bit. So I'm going to give this episode a 3 out of 5. So I hope to see you on my next review. Bye!